بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Explanation of a summary of العقيدة الهموية of ابن تيمية. فتح رب البرية بتلخيص هموية للشيخ الإسلام ابن تيمية، شرحه إمام محمد بن صالح العثيمين، explained by إمام محمد بن صالح العثيمين. Explanation of the terminology Tahrif, Ta'til, Takyeef, Tamtheel, Tashbih, and Ilhad. The meaning of Tahrif: linguistically changing. In Islamic terminology, changing a text in wording or meaning. Changing the word of a text may or may not also change the meaning along with it. Tahrif is of three types. Tahrif that changes the wording as well as the meaning, such as the tahrif made by some innovators of Allah's statement. وَكَلَّمَ اللَّهُ تَكْلِيمًا, and Allah spoke to Musa with direct speech. They changed the text Allah to make it in the accusative case, making it the direct object, to mean that the speech was spoken by Musa to Allah. Tahrif that changes the wording but not the meaning, such as reciting Alhamdulillah in Surah Al-Fatiha to Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, all praise and thanks are due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Most of the time this occurs only from someone who is unaware of the correct pronunciation or by mistake, if he does not have a certain intention for doing so. The tahrif that changes the meaning only, such as changing the meaning of a word from its apparent meaning with no proof. An example of this is changing the meaning of the two hands when they are associated with Allah to mean strength or blessings, and whatever is similar to this. The meaning of ta'til, linguistically stepping away, emptying. Emptying. In Islamic terminology, denying the names and attributes of Allah or denying some of them. Ta'til is of two types. One, absolute ta'til, such as the ta'til made by Jahmiyyah, who deny all of the attributes, while the extremely deviant ones among them even deny the names of Allah as well. Two, partial ta'til, such as the ta'til made by the Ashariyyah, who deny some of the attributes while affirming others. The first person to be known for making ta'til in this ummah was Al-Ja'd bin Dirham. The meaning of takyeef. Takyeef is to speak or hold a belief about how an attribute is, such as saying Allah's hands are like, or his descending to the heaven of the dunya is like. The meaning of tamtheel and tashbih. Tamtheel is to acknowledge that something is equal to something else. Tashbih is to acknowledge that something is similar to something else. Therefore, tamtheel is to make a likeness between two things in all perspectives, and tashbih is to make a likeness between them in most of their characteristics. Sometimes they are used interchangeably. The difference between them, tamtheel and tashbih and takyeef, is from two aspects. One, takyeef is to speak, hold a belief, or seek an understanding about how something is with or without defining something to be similar to it. As for tamtheel and tashbih, they indicate how something is while affirming equality or likeness with something else. From this point of view, takyeef is more general because everyone who makes tamtheel is also making takyeef, but not the other way around. 2. Takyeef is specific to the attributes of Allah. However, tamtheel could be made concerning qadar, attributes, and the essence of being of Allah. From this point of view, tamtheel is then more general due to its being associated with the self or being, the and attributes or qadar. In addition, tashbih, which has led many people astray, is of two types. 1. Making tashbih by acknowledging that the creation is similar to the creator. 2. Making tashbih by acknowledging that the creator is similar to the creation. As for making tashbih by making the creation similar to the creator, then this means affirming that the creation possesses something which only specific to the creator form, actions, rights, or attributes. Tashbih in action. An example of this will be what someone does what makes shirk with Allah in his rububiyyah, such as claiming that there is another creator along with Allah. Tashbih in right. As example of this will be what the mushrikun do with the idols, claiming that they have a right to be worshipped, therefore they worship them along with Allah. Tashbih in attributes. An example of this will be what the extremists do concerning the praise of the Prophet ﷺ, such as the verse of poetry by the famous poet Al-Mutanabbi while he was praising Abdullah ibn Yahya al-Buhti, so be as you are, O one who has no equal. As for making tashbih by making the creator similar to the creation, then this means affirming something of the essence of or being of Allah or his attribute from what is specific to the creation. An example will will be saying that the hands of Allah are like the hands of created beings, or that his rising of his throne is like the way a created being will rise over something. It is said that the first person to be known for this type was Hisham ibn Halakim al-Rafidi, the extremist of the Shia, and Allah knows best. The meaning of Ilhad, linguistically deviating, inclining away from; in Islamic terminology, deviating away from what is required or aqidah or actions. It's of two types. Firstly, regarding the names of Allah. Secondly, regarding His ayat. As well, regarding the names of Allah, it is to deviate from the truth that is required regarding them, and it is of four types. One, to deny something of the names of Allah, or denying something of the attribute that the names indicate, as the Mu'tazila, those who make ta'til, do. Two, to make the names indicate a similitude of Allah with His creation, as the Mutashabbiha, those who make tashbih, do. Three, to name Allah with a name that He has not named Himself with. This is because of the names of Allah are only known by way of revelation. An example of this is the naming of him Father, the Christians do, or cause, or dua, as some of the philosophers do. For to derive from his names other names for idols, such as deriving Al-Lat from Al-Ilah, the God, and Al-Uzza from Al-Aziz, the Mighty. As for Ilhad regarding Allah's ayat, it is regard to the religious ayat, what the messenger brought of rules and function, as well as in regards to the universal ayat, anything Allah has created in the heavens or earth. And as for the Ilhad regarding the suggestive ayat, it is to make Tahrif of them, deny the information contained within them, or to disobey their rulings. As for Ilhad regarding the universal ayat, it is the attribute that associated with them to other than Allah, or to believe that there is with Allah a partner or a helper regarding them. In conclusion, Ilhad in both its forms are forbidden due to Allah's statement threatening those who make Ilhad. وَذَرُوا الَّذِينَ يُلْحِدُونَ فِي أَسْمَائِهِ يَجْزَوْنَ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ, and leave those who deviate and make Ilhad concerning His names. They will be recompensed for what they have been doing. And His statement, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يُلْحِدُونَ فِي آيَاتِنَا لَا يُجْزَوْنَ عَلَيْنَا فَمَنْ يُلْقِي فِي النَّارِ خَيْرٌ أَمَّنْ يَأْتِيَ آمِنًا يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ اعْمَلُوا مَا شِئْتُمْ إِنَّهُ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ بَصِيرٌ. Indeed, those who deviate make Ilhad regarding our ayat are not hidden from us, so is he who is thrown into the fire better, or he who comes safe on the day of resurrection. Do what you want, indeed He is all the seer of what you do. In addition, some types of Ilhad are kufr, disbelief, depending on the text of the Quran and the Sunnah.